everyone, this is Deborah. Hey, I just wanted to come on. Hopefully this will be kind of quick. And just, I don't know, I just have one final thing that I want to say, about all that has happened in the recent days. And, you know, so, I don't know how much people really realize that how many people can get affected when such a thing like this happens. I want to give you guys an example, a story of what's happening. And this is by no means whatsoever to talk about me, talk about my family. It has nothing to do with that. This is pure example of how affected people can get when these kind of things happen. So, as many of you know, that have followed me for a while, and my closest friends and stuff, that my husband's been very sick. And we'd known for a couple of months that he was going to require open heart surgery. So that surgery kind of finally came, and that happened to be this last Friday, just about 72 hours ago now. And he was doing wonderful. Everything was going perfect. Everything from him coming off the ventilator sooner than he's supposed to. Now, mind you, he had, not only did he have his mitral valve repaired, that, come to find out, had broken off some more in the past 2 weeks since his last echocardiogram. So not only was that had to be repaired and was ready to completely be detached, which would have killed him instantly had it detached. He was possibly hours, days, who knows, from that happening. So anyways, so surgery took place. He had that, and he also had to have a quadruple bypass at the same time. So he was doing so well, and just everything, just surpassing all the goals the doctors put on him, from getting up walking, to sitting up, to being able to roll from side to side, to getting his tubes pulled out early, and just everything, just everything. Until night before last, when the video came up about Alicia Wagman 510. I'm sure everybody that's on my channel also knows what Alicia's channel is all about. She had posted a video that the truth had come to her, and she had found the truth about this person. I don't even want to say her name anymore. It's not even worth it to say it out of my mouth, honest to God. So the truth had came to her, that she had found that truth, and she posted a video about it. Well, that particular day, I wasn't able to go see my husband because of transportation issues. And so we spoke at bedtime. And he could tell that I was upset, even though I tried my hardest to hold it back. I'm a very emotional person, and I can't help it sometimes. I just can't help it. And he's known me, we've been together for 28 years, so he knows me very, very well. And he knew that something was up, and I just didn't want to tell him because he didn't need that right now. He hadn't even been, he hadn't even been a total 48 hours since he'd even went into surgery. So he didn't need the stress of what was going on to tell him about Alicia had posted a video and that Sabrina truly was proved as a scam by everybody, and that he didn't need to be told that. But he pressed the issue at me. So I had to break down and tell him, because he just was to a point. He's like, "You're lying to me, Dad." He goes, "Come on, what is going?" And I was stressing him out more by holding it from him. So I had to break down and tell him, as I didn't want to, under his circumstance. And you know what the result of that has been? He's now back in critical condition because, well, the whole time he's been in ICU, and he's been critical, but he is more critical now because what happened, for the stress that he was feeling from me and knowing how bad I was hurting, it caused him to go into afibrillation on his heart, which some may know what that means, some doesn't, but it's a abnormal rhythm of his heart. And now they can't get him out of that. They worked on him yesterday with medications, and the plan was that if the medications didn't work, they were possibly going to have to shock his heart back into place. If that didn't work, there was the chance they were possibly going to be putting him back on the operating table and opening him back up. As of when I went to bed last night, he wasn't changing well enough. As of my early morning hours, because I have not gone to bed at all, I've been up all night long. My early morning hours, he still is in the same condition. So I'm getting myself ready again this morning without having any sleep to rush myself back off to the hospital. This is extremely emotional on me. And I can say that today, being New Year's Day, I am going to get my trash within the household. I'm going to get it ready. Today is our trash pickup day, and in that trash can, I am going to put this particular person in that trash can with that, and I am going to throw it to the curb, and I am not going to look back. I did what I felt I needed to do. I let everybody know the best I could of what was going on. They found the truth. They proved the truth, and that is all that I was ever after. I will say one more thing is that I knew so much that this was a lie that I also donated a very small amount, just for the fact is so I would have protection to be able to go after her. But not only that, there's a such thing that's called American Disability Act, that anybody that is on disability, and I've been on disability for over 20 years, you have rights, and one of those rights is not being frauded by someone. And the American Act of Disability, they stand up for you, and they will fight for your case, and they will go after people like Sabrina, because that's what they do. People like Sabrina, they purposely target the ill, the generous, the kind-hearted. Crafters by general are kind-hearted people because we're always making something to give to somebody else, you know. So what better way to attack the community of crafters? So, and one last thing before I shut this off, because I will not be back to talk about her again. She's not worth it in my life to even say her name anymore. I want to thank my absolute dear friend, Trina, for having forgiveness in her heart to take me back after I hurt her so bad. Others followed in her step when she decided to block me and remove me, but she knew that that wasn't really me. I said things to her that I didn't mean to say, and since the person she is that she has found the way to forgive me, and we are trying to mend that friendship. That means more to me than anything in the world. And I will do everything I can to keep her in my life and not ruin that. And then also, I also want to thank my dear friend Carmen from Real Life, Real Wife, who just supported me to the wee hours of the night, trying to get me tired enough to go to sleep. She stayed with me on text for hours last night. Hours. I think 4 or 5 hours. And I thought I was ready to fall asleep. Of course, I couldn't, so I just got back up and started doing things just to keep myself busy. So anyways, I just want people to know there's other people that get so affected by the outcome of what a scam artist does, and they don't even care. They don't care at all. Sabrina would have no care whatsoever if we were all hurting. Like, that would probably actually make her smile in a weird kind of creepy way, as creepy as that sounds. Because that is how much they don't have a heart or have any kindness, because if they did, they would never do something like this to these type of people. They just wouldn't. So that is my last and final thing. I don't know if I'll make a decision later if I will even respond to comments, because I think she needs to be thrown out to the trash, just like I said. So thank you so much. Thank you for my dearest friends that knew me well enough, that have stood by me, supported me. Also Esther. Esther T is the name of her challenge. Every day she has contacted me over and over and over to check how I'm doing. And I thank you for that very much, Esther. So, Happy New Year, everybody, and And just please don't let it ruin your kind hearts.